Let's meet again in the second clip of the principle and concept of management. In the last clip, we ended up by trying to differentiate the word administration and management, which I think is very clear. But in many countries, you rather want to call yourself administrators rather than manager, because you feel the word administrator is really big, really powerful. That's resulted from powerism. You want to be big. Now, in Thailand, for example, the head of the school was called a headmaster. For elementary school, headmaster, the head of the teachers. The term master in English also means teacher. Good teacher is a good master, or good master is a good teacher, see. So we call them headmaster. And at the secondary education, we call them principals. And even in some country, in England, junior college, the head of the college also called principal. But in Thailand, some 20 years ago, they came up using the term director of the school. So they are addicted to the poweristic term as director. Nowadays, you can go to Thailand and ask, you don't ask for headmaster, you don't ask for principal, because they are not happy. But if you call them, hello, director Chayong, director Sylvia, director this and that, they are happy. But actually, in universal concept, no such thing as head of the academic institution shall be called director. Mostly, they call headmaster, principal, dean. Dean would be the proper name to call. Dean of the Language Institute, Dean of the College of Distance Education, Dean the College of Education, Dean the Teacher Training College. They don't call director. Okay. This is additional information about the mixing up, confusing with administration and management. Okay. Now let's come to the term that we should give more emphasis on, is to management. You see. Okay, what's management? Manage may convey very positive meaning and also very negative meaning. In Thailand, the term จัดการ also means very negative. If you hear some people really bad, and the poor will say, okay, don't worry, I will จัดการ him. I will manage him. Okay. So the term, I don't know about this in Chinese. And the word manage usually is positive. Okay. Last time, we asked your understanding about the definition of management, and you did really good job here. And so I asked you to put in writing of your own definition of management. But this one, in this clip, I will just give you an overview of what other people say about management, with the question, what is management? Okay. Management, of course, is very important, very essential to run an organization. Okay. You have to select the types, the system, the models of management to suit your organization. to suit the nature of your services and products. Okay. Good management is the backbone of the organization, the backbone of success. See, and you need to look for managing approach. Okay. In everyday life, you can see two ladies born at the same time, or the twin ladies, only about a few minutes difference. The first one, of course, will be called big sister, and then small sister, because if you come out of your mother's womb first, you will be your brother or sister, the big one. Okay. Now you have to manage your life, and it happened that two ladies, one of them turned out to be a very highly successful her life. She got married with powerful military officers and get decorated by the royal decree to be คุณหญิง to be ท่านผู้หญิง This is the term used to signify the level of the status of the individual, comparing to in the British system to ladies, something like that. She go up and up. While another sister, born about 2-3 minutes difference, stay in her village, performing the duty of wife, housekeeper, and live happily also among rice farm, about rice and gardens, and taking care of their kids. So you will see which one is more successful in your idea. The lady who was later on appointed to be ท่านผู้หญิง High Your Excellency, something like that, you know. And the other one, another twin sister, lived in the village. But in terms of happiness, you cannot tell. If you can have a thermometer to measure the level of happiness, I myself believe that the second one will get higher degree of happiness, maybe more than the first one. Okay, so this kind of thing depends on how you manage your life. So managing life means getting through things done to achieve life's objectives, and managing an organization is the same. It means getting things done with and through others, the people, to achieve the objective of the organization. So when you use the term manage, it means manage your life, manage your family, and manage your organization. So we know that manage is not only for organization, but it's for your own. Managing your life, managing your family, and managing your organization. Okay. So what does it mean by management? Okay. Some people are very successful in managing their organization, but not so successful in managing their families, and also not so successful in managing their life. They wake up feeling really unhappy, feeling really distressed. Your heart is very small. It's very small. And then you do not know how to screen the things. So everything will just put in your mind, put in your heart and your mind. So what happens is that your blood turn to be toxic, to get acid, and that's the cause of cancer, you see. There are many views, but we can come up with something very precise that management is a set of principles relating to the functions of planning, organizing, directing, controlling, and the application of these principles in harnessing physical, financial, human, and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve organizational goals. Okay. Now let's talk about definition of management. Many management thinkers, academicians, have defined management in their own ways. Okay. For example, Van Fried and Peterson define management as a set of activities directed at the efficient and effective utilization of resources in the pursuit of one or more goals. Okay. Mosley and Petrie define management as working with human, financial, and physical resources to achieve organizational objectives by performing and planning, organizing, leading, and controlling functions. Now, Kreitner define the management as a problem-solving process of effectively achieving organizational objectives through the efficient use of scarce resources in a changing environment. F. W. Taylor defined management as an art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it's done in the best and cheapest way. According to Harold Kuntz, management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized groups. It's an art of creating an environment in which people can perform and individuals and can cooperate towards attainment of group goals. Cooperate towards either in the certain inherent qualities and traits which assist him in playing a directing role and wielding, commanding influence with others. Commanding is an integral part of management and plays a vital role in managerial operations, while management is an integral component of technical as well as social successes. The practice of management is as old as human civilization. However, the study of management is in a systematic and scientific way as a distinct body of knowledge is only a recent origin. Let's look at the managerial role of a simple housewife and how she uses the managerial ingredients in managing her home. First, she appraises her household and its needs. She forecasts the needs of the household for the period of a week or a month or a longer time. She stocks of her resources and any constraints on these resources. She plans and organizes her resources to obtain the maximum benefits out of these resources. She monitors and controls her household budget and expenses and other activities. In a large household, she divides the work among other members of the family and coordinates their activities. She encourages and motivates them to do their best in completing their activities. She's always in search of improving mentioned goals, resources, and it means to attain these goals. These ingredients generally are the basic functions of family management, and they are also applied to general management. Function of management can be defined in details in the following categories. First, management as a process. Second, management as an activity. Third, management as a discipline. Fourth, management as a group. Fifth, management as a science. Seventh, management as an art. And lastly, management as a profession. The concept of management is as old as human race itself. The concept of family itself requires that life be organized and resources of food are portioned in a manner so as to maximize the utility of such resources. Taking proper steps to safeguard the family from attacks by wild animals, planning on where to go fishing and hunting and whom to go with, organizing these groups into chiefs and hunting and fishing bands where chiefs gave directions and so on, are all subtle ingredients of management and organization, you see. A study of various people around this world shows good examples of organizational structures. Over the years, a village open market in a tribe and a large department store in a modern city serves the same needs in a similar fashion, which is putting things together that people need. Look at another side. The tribal organization was simple in nature. The modern organization is much more sophisticated and complex with many technological innovations. However, the basic form of management and organization structure seem to have existed since the beginning of our organized human activities. Even the recorded history shows the application of some current management techniques as far back as 5000 before Christ. Actually, according to the scripture in Thailand, is dated back to 8,000 years before Christ. Okay.